So, guys, we're trying something new here today. I am going to be coaching Allison live for you, or at least you'll watch the recording. So, she is an intermediate to advanced Amazon influencer, and we're going to recap where she's been, where she is now, and what questions she has, what additional things that she can improve to get to even the next level up. So, Allison, remind me how long you've been in the Amazon influencer program.
About a year and 5 months. I joined in August of 2024.
And talk me through why you got started, and then also like how much time you've been putting in since then.
Okay, when I first got started, it was because I had seen a couple people posting on Instagram about it. And so I was in a spot where the network marketing company that I was with kind of was changing routes. And I was like, yeah, like this would be fun. I shop on Amazon all the day, all the time. Let me just see what I can do. I got approved right away and got really excited. Like my first month, I think I did 100 videos. And then I actually kind of got sick and I had some things going on where I couldn't like devote a lot of time to being on screens. So I still would put some videos up right away, but I would say I kind of did my numbers this morning between August when I joined mid August 2024 to December. My average was about 447 a month. So I think right out the door I was doing really well, and that was without creator connections. And then I kind of took a back burner Amazon. I would just do videos here and there. And then my average between January and September of 2025 was about 291 a month. And that was
So it
just
kind of like went back down,
yeah,
especially after the holiday season was over.
100%, 100%. And it was also, I know that it was lack of me being committed to the program. And this is just doing videos around my house. I didn't know what I was doing, to be perfectly honest with you. I was just finding a product, recording, a review of it and posting it, and that was it. And then in August of this year, August, September, I decided like I need to just go all in. Let me just see what I can do. So I got your email and I told my husband, let me just try this. It was your course that you.
The Build Past 1K course.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I'm like, let me do this to my husband and let me just see what I can do. And so I did join your course in mid-September and I went all in. So I think I started with about 360 videos and
were you still at kind of that like 300-ish a month?
actually, yes. I think August and September I was like maybe 360 or something, that much, 370. So in the month of September, I like 10 times my videos. I was getting them up. I didn't join your course until the end of September. So within 2 weeks, I was just like filming. In October, I went from, okay, let me see. I wrote it down. I think like September was around 330 to October being 969 income
Oh
wise.
my word. Like
Yeah, so
you
I was still,
3x in 1 month. Okay, all right.
yeah. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, and that was before, the holiday season started. So I was like, this works. I just need to put content up there. And you had recommended during your course some Chrome browsers. That's what you call them, right? Extensions.
Yeah, like the Chrome
extensions.
Uh-huh.
And I went in and I invested in those extensions as well. And I literally, I printed out at the end of your course, you give a daily what to do. I put it like in little papers and a little hook. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do every day. And then November, I ended November at almost $1,700.
Amazing. Yes.
So, and what's really like reflecting on this is like, we're what are we 8 or 9 days into December, and I'm already almost at $800 for the month, and that's where I wasn't even ending my months on that before, So
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so it's been quite the journey, and it's been exciting.
Cool. Thank you for sharing the recap. So
Yes.
now you have had the best months that you've ever had in your last year and a half in the Amazon Influencer Program, and you reached out to me because you have some additional questions. So let's talk through where you're stuck and what are your income goals now? Do you have like a next level you want to get to?
I know, because my goal for so long was to hit $1,000. And I just kept saying, if I hit $1,000, I'm good. Like that's pays my car payment, the things that I needed and wanted, I'm good. And so financially, I don't know if I really have like a financial goal, because I kind of see the more content that I put up, the more it's just going to happen financially. I think I do have more of like a status type goal of becoming platinum. I did reach gold pretty fast. So I am a little bit confused of the different tiers and what they entail. So that is kind of like a question. And actually, just some of the things like how to get there, requesting products versus buying your own, which I kind of have dabbled in both over the last 2 months. I know that you are like big into data, and I am more like, and that's why I just appreciate everything you do, because I'm more like, just do it and see what happens. So data is difficult for me. A lot of people talk about things like JungleScout, Fluencer Fruit, ViralVue, Oink. And I have, out of those extensions, I have 2 of them. I have the
Which
Oink
one are you using? Oink?
and ViralVue. So I know it's been mentioned. I'm having a really hard time understanding JungleScout, even though I tried to learn about it. So I don't know if you can kind of give me a description of how that would really benefit me more than just Amazon gives you a price history, because I know it's about product research. But I feel blocked or something about that.
Okay, so you're asking about JungleScout and how that fits into the other Chrome extensions. So here I have 3 different Chrome extensions on right now. I have Fluencer Fruit, and I know you said you have ViralView. That is awesome too. I usually have ViralView up, but I got like logged out, and so I need to log back in. I also have Oink, which is doing this stuff, and JungleScout. So what JungleScout does is it just gives you a lot more insight into the price history and the sales volume. So this one is like a really dramatic example because it's a Christmas tree and we're in December right now. And so you can see that this is like having a huge spike in sales volume. And so the orange line is the sales volume is increasing, and the purple line is like the sales rank, like for similar products, how it's ranking among those.
Oh.
So then what you can also do is for products that have been selling on Amazon for multiple years, you can look at, okay, if we're in December 9th right now when we're recording this, when would it like still be a good choice to buy a Christmas tree to review? Like this one already has 46 influencer videos on here at least, and so this wouldn't be a good pick. But like the Christmas tree category in general, I could see here at its big peak last year, December 1st, and by December 10th, 11th, it was already like almost down to not Christmas time at all. And so looking at this data, even though I can see that here it says it's selling like 800 a day, I know that in the next few days, it's just going to totally go down. And so you could look at this and say, whoa, it's selling 2,000 a month. And imagine that this had no influencer videos on this. Imagine if it also had a creator connections campaign that somebody could look at this and be like, that looks like the most amazing product. I'm going to buy that right now. And with common sense, looking at the calendar, you could think like, well, it's Christmas coming up. But a lot of products will have spikes that are not as easy to intuit with common sense. And another thing that I really like about JungleScout is it will tell you a unit sold that is a little bit more updated than this one, and it will sum up the variations. So like here, the 6-foot one says 2,000, 7-foot one says 100, 12-foot one says nada, so probably less than 50. And so that is the Amazon sales volume. And for most people, like that's sufficient, but the JungleScout just gives you a closer look. And so when I'm doing product research, what I'm looking for is for this sales volume to be spiking.
Okay, so the orange line is is it orange?
Yeah, orange is the sales volume.
And that's what you pay most attention to. So really what it comes into play when you're doing your product research.
Yep.
Okay.
More information for like really exact product research.
Okay. This is a question really based on just because I'm really confused about Fetch and ViralView. So they both have Fetch, I'm sorry, Oink and ViralView. Oink and ViralView. So they both have fetches for Halo sales. Do they both do the exact same thing? And does it make sense to run them both And do you prefer one or the other?
Sure. I prefer the Oink fetch and use that one only because it fetches more ASINs. I think it's getting a different report than the ViralVue one is.
Mm,
So that one seems to work better.
okay, thank you. I was curious about that. So, okay, this has been a tricky one, and I've looked everywhere on Amazon to like find the answers to this. And I don't know if it's just been because it's the holiday season. I mean, you've been doing this for a couple of years, but I've had some struggle with videos being published and then videos being like stuck in the queue of reviewing. Um, and I have it's been 3 or 4 days, and so then I'll just delete it and I'll put it back up, and then it like doesn't move. But then there's other videos that go within an hour, and there's like no rhyme or reason. And I had some brands I did for someone some products, and then they were reaching out, and I'm like, I'm trying. Like,
I submitted it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
submitted it like a week and a half ago. And so, in your best practice and over the years, do you delete it? Do you wait? Is there even anybody on the back end that you can even contact about something like this?
Yeah, for in general, the Amazon influencer customer support is not very helpful. I think that the people that work there just aren't given very much autonomy to be able to do anything. Um, so I don't think it's worth trying to reach out to somebody. I have a theory that perhaps the videos that get stuck in pending, it might be that for the products that have more influencer videos, or there is something about your video that like might need more review or like might get rejected. Like
Mm,
recently, I was making some videos about a car seat for my kid, and those ones in particular got stuck. And so I almost wonder if like it goes through multiple like review processes that are
mm,
automatic. I don't have great data on that, but I know that like it can be frustrating. You could try to delete it and re-upload. I usually just let it sit there in pending
okay.
until it gets through.
Okay. So I was thinking like, am I not hurting myself, but by deleting it and then tagging it again, with a new date, it actually finally got pushed through yesterday, but it took like 8 days. And I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
and I was doing videos and videos that were going through in an hour. I'm like, this was such a 30-second video. What? But okay, so just let it sit is probably
Yeah,
the best advice.
yeah.
And then my other question in follow up was like, how do you even get in touch with an Amazon influencer help desk?
I think that there are some emails that people use, but honestly, all of the times that I've tried to reach out to Amazon Influencer Help Desk, like they just can't.
Okay.
They just can't really do anything. Even for like really big questions or like this is a big issue, or people that like have their accounts like all the way shut down, they can't even get into contact with anybody. So I think for little questions like why isn't my video publishing,
Yeah.
then even then they can't really do anything.
No, for sure. Okay. All right. So another question is you talk a lot about batch creating and not editing. And so for the last year or whatever, when I joined the program, the perfectionist in me is having a really hard time with that. But so when I'm trying to do a review video, I mean, it's like this. Let's just give an example of my tea mug, right? Like I'm getting stuck in my own head. Like I can describe it's ceramic, it's gray, it holds this many ounces, and then I'm like, okay, it's a tea mug, right? Or it's a coffee mug. So how do you get over that in your head? Like, yeah, it's a mug. Like Allison, everybody can see it's a mug. Is that question making sense?
Sure. I think there's like two questions here, like how to make good videos for simple products, and then also like how to just let it be imperfect. So,
Perfect. Yes.
yeah, is that right? So, for simple products, like the minimum time a video has to be on Amazon Influencer is 5 seconds. And it literally doesn't have to be 30 plus seconds a minute. If it's a mug, like you could literally post a 5 second video of just like showing, like, here it is, 360, and that could earn you commissions. There's not like a minimum time. I've looked into the data in this. There, like several years ago, there was a rule that it has to be at least 30 seconds, but um, you can just have short videos. Or let's say you're filming, maybe a mug's not a great example for this, but we'll go with it. You're filming your mug and you kind of wax long and poetic about your mug and it turns into like a minute and a half video. Then afterwards, you could then like make a 10-second video right after of just like a here it is, I like it. And that works.
I guess I don't know. I'm really struggling with that. Like, here it is. This works like as a
Yeah.
review, but I do understand, like, if you need to know more about a product, those videos should be more elaborate and more detailed. And so just, here's a mug.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
Makes me
and I
happy in
think
the morning.
it depends on how complicated the product is. I think that a rule of thumb is that you could say, I want to make my video between 1 and 2 seconds multiplied by the price. So if the mug is, let's say, $10, then your video for that could be between 10 and 20 seconds. But if it's a $30 product, then you would make that maybe between like 30 seconds and a minute. And that's just like a rule of thumb, kind of like a
Can you repeat
guideline.
that? Can you repeat
Sure,
your rule of thumb?
like 1 or 2 seconds per dollar the product costs.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I either have too much to say or not enough to say.
Yeah, you can just let it be the length that it naturally wants to be, and you don't need to make it longer or shorter than that. And as far as like making it natural, I really like the idea of, and I do this too, of like leaning into your personal story and experience with the product. So like anybody could say, like, this mug is gray brown and it's 16 ounces and it has this detail here, but nobody knows why Allison picked out that mug. Or like again, that maybe people don't really even need a video about a mug, but for the sake of the example, like
Yeah.
you could say like, I love this because I hate like going to refill my coffee and I love that it is nice and big and it's nice and thick so it keeps my drink warm and I use this every day. It's part of my routine and I would definitely buy it again. I've had it for years. It hasn't ever broken. I've put it in the dishwasher. Like your experience beyond just the product specifications.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you. And I guess going into that about the videos is, how important are hooks? Like, or like, what is your view on that?
Yeah, I see some people teaching this that like saying that your Amazon influencer video should start with some kind of hook. And on YouTube videos, I understand this that like if somebody is going to be invested enough to watch your 10-minute long form video, then they need to like be convinced in the first few seconds that yes, it's going to provide value. That being said, there's many data points that show that you do not want to appear salesy or clickbaity as an Amazon influencer. You want to just appear as a normal person. So if you're saying something that sounds like an ad or sounds salesy at the beginning of your video, that might actually cause people to click off. However, I think that where these two principles can meet well is this idea of like the time that it takes you to get to value for the customer. So often I see people starting an Amazon influencer video with like, hi, my name is Claire, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my coffee mug that you can buy on Amazon. And then you're already 15 seconds into the video and you haven't really said anything. So I think skip an intro and get right into value for the customer. And for me, that's just like the story of the product details. I don't think that you need to come up with some hook. I think the hook can be you start the video and you're immediately telling the customer something valuable about the product, and then they're going to stick around.
Okay, so a bit an introduction, like, these are my thoughts, or hi, just like,
No, just skip it. Like you can wave and start talking. Yeah.
okay, okay. So the average video that data-wise is working is what, like between 30 seconds and a minute? Is that what I remember-ish?
I actually have it on my to-do list to do a like conversion rate by video length analysis, so that will be interesting and fun. Right now, most of my videos end up between about 30 seconds and a minute and a half.
Okay.
Just how I talk and my workflow, and that's working well for me. I think that usually the problem people have is making their videos too long that they turn out boring. And I've seen some of your videos, Allison, and they're not boring. You do a good job
Oh,
with it.
thank you.
Yeah,
I try. I think I'm anywhere between 30 seconds and 2 minutes is where
yeah,
I fall.
yeah. I think the issue where people have with this is if too many of their videos are over 2 minutes for products that don't really warrant it. Like if you're reviewing something really complicated or expensive, or both, then yes, make a longer video because a customer needs to be like really convinced before they buy it. They're looking for a lot of information, but you don't need a 2-minute video for a coffee mug.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Best advice for repurposing on YouTube. So I created my YouTube channel that has 0 videos on it right now. And I know that the 2 extensions that I have, the ViralVue and also Oink, have now, both of them have a way of downloading your videos and then putting them on YouTube. I am just really curious if I should go. I have about 620 videos now. And do I just put them all up there? Do I pick and choose? I mean, what's the best thing to do? Because I'm fresh, so
Yeah,
I can do whatever I
actually,
want.
the videos that I've seen do the best on my like reviews YouTube channel, just repurposing the same video straight to Amazon, are the ones that are like popular, as in they have a high sales volume directly on Amazon. And
Okay.
so I don't remember if in the export from Oink or ViralView if it will tell you that, but you could kind of know off the top of your head, like, oh, this one is popular on Amazon. And so if you wanted to just like not slog through 600 videos and get started, I'd recommend first uploading the ones that are more popular, higher sales volume products, because
Okay.
those are ones that people are going to be searching for. And also the more expensive products as well, that somebody, even if it's not like a popular name brand, even if they find it on Amazon, they might go to Google and look it up separately before they make their Amazon purchase.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, because in the beginning I didn't know what I was doing at all. Sometimes I still don't, but it's just putting anything that you found around the house just to build a storefront. So now it's
Totally.
definitely
Yeah.
different, different types of things.
And I honestly think like the end of December, January, February are great times to do that type of like YouTube, Amazon International reposting. That's what I'm going to be doing too. Like I'm way behind on my backlog of reposting because I don't prioritize it because it's not my top income stream, but it's kind of like a housekeeping thing that is great to do now that we're kind of almost at the end of this Q4 shopping season.
Okay. Back to, we kind of like got away from about the tiers and the difference of like, I mean, the bronze, you start at bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And then the way that they do that is by clicks and by your sales. Is that correct?
The only real benefit that you get is when you hit gold and platinum, then you get early access to some creator connections campaigns, which can be nice for product research or requesting samples. But besides that, like it's you're gonna hit the next tier when your earnings get there, and there's nothing else that you need to do to like try to reach the tier.
I was just really curious about what the tiers do for you because I didn't see any difference. I mean, between like the gold and below. But I guess gold,
Yeah.
I do see early access to some of those campaigns.
Yeah, I think Amazon has like a table chart of like the tier benefits, but like they don't really do anything. The only
Okay.
main benefit is right now, at least, is that Creator Connections early access, and I'm pretty sure that's for gold and platinum. And I don't even know if that is on their list of benefits. I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't even really say that.
Okay, so maybe different ones open up for gold and then different ones open up for platinum.
I'm not sure if it is different. It might be the same for gold and
Hmm.
platinum.
Okay. Well, I guess platinum shows up on your storefront for brands
Yes, that's true.
versus
Some
no.
brands like working with platinum creators specifically.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's my goal.
Platinum,
Definitely. Yeah.
next goal.
Let's see. Questions. I guess this is just a little question, but again, it's kind of about what does auto linked ASINs mean?
On the ViralVue
Yeah, like
accept.
what does that mean? Auto linked ASINs.
I think that what that gets at, and I think ViralView has a video on their channel that talks about it, but it's like products that your content isn't directly tagged to, but your video might still show up. So like a bottom carousel for a different variation of the same product would be an example of that.
But I mean, I love your workflow, and just really the idea of getting content. I don't know how you can do so many videos a month. Like last month, I looked at my month and I was so proud of my 100 videos. Actually, 96. My goal was 100 and I got to 96. But I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, so like last month, November, I did 363, I think. And that
363?
that was the most I've ever done. And I was actually thinking about doing an email newsletter about like how to do this. But I think here's some of like the most important things. To make a lot of videos, you need a lot of products coming in. I think that my average number of videos per product is like one and a half. Like I don't have like 10 videos on every single product. I have 10 videos on some products, but those are like my top earners, earning hundreds of dollars a month. But to make a lot of videos, you still need a lot of products coming in, and that can be either from brand samples or purchasing products to review. Another few things that have really helped me is minimizing distractions. So that can be distractions on Amazon or on my phone or computer because like our work so closely touches social media, it can be so easy to like say, I'm going to work for an hour and then like lose the hour. So I've started using a extension on my computer and an app on my phone that essentially block social media scrolling so I don't lose time there, which has been
Oh,
really helpful. Um, is this helpful to go through these ideas?
yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
Um, and then also each video you make it pretty efficiently. Like most videos, probably at least 90% of my videos, I don't have any editing. I just film it, post it. If I mess up big enough that I wouldn't want to post it, then I will just restart. That is faster than sending it for edits. And then batching those all in a row. Like here's my box of products that I acquired that came in my doorstep yesterday. Now I'm going to make all of my videos for them. And usually what I'll do is batch a like unboxing or initial impression video for each product and then put it in another box where I'll often, but not always, make a second video with it like in context. Like, I guess this is kind of a good example. Here's like a shirt that I just got from a brand. So yesterday I filmed like not even having put it on, just taking it out of the bag. Here it is. Here it's kind of stretchy. Here's what color it is. Looks like it's got a scoop neck and just kind of talking about it. And then it's back in a different box to make a like I'm trying it on mirror video later.
Wow. Okay. So I know that you did mention you do more than one video for, so I've only done that once. So out of all my videos, I really could just go back and give a like, okay, here's another update after a couple months of using it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially for your top earning products. I would say make several more videos. And did you already get a copy of the earnings dashboard?
Yeah, my products are, I mean, they're top earners, but I don't have, they're like little. Like, I guess that's where I need to change my, I don't have like, I'm still making little dollars, but I mean, all the little dollars are adding up, but I'm not,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not one big thing that's creating a revenue. They're just like little things.
sure. And have you done much buying things to review?
Have I done what?
Much like
Buying?
strategic purchasing?
Oh,
Yeah.
just in the last 2 months, I signed up for your product vault,
Oh
and
yeah,
I've done
yeah.
a couple of things from there. But going into like right now, I also have, and so this is if I can ask a question, this like I've
Mhm.
just done a ton of Christmas shopping, and everything is in my room, and my husband's like, oh. We were going to wrap it this weekend. I was like, no, I need to make video. So wrapping is on hold. So what you just mentioned, I was curious because there's things for my son
Mhm.
that I'm not going to wear. Like, for example, 5 pack of underwear, right? So I just take out the underwear. I mean, like that's where I'm like, I don't know what to say about. I mean, they're Calvin Klein, they're black,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, with the underwear, like, you know, either way, you probably wouldn't want to show a video of anybody
Correct. Oh,
wearing
you're
it.
so true. Yeah.
But you could make a video either like it's not the best video, but you could just make a video if you don't want to open it up. Like, here it is. Here's how it comes off of Amazon. Here's why I picked this one out. And you could say, I picked this one out because I wanted neutral colors. It got great reviews and seemed like a great value. And just there's your like 10 or 15-second video. And so you
Okay.
could tell your family, like, your presents are open box this year.
No, I already texted. I have 4 kids, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Is it okay? I just need your permission to open everything, to do a review, and I'll try and put it back." And they were like so supportive. They're like, "Of course,
Yeah.
of course."
Yeah, of course. Like people know like this is how I'm financing Christmas, so
Yeah.
it's going to be open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get
I
so.
I'd rather have like a quick bad video than like an amazing video for a product that's not even going to make me that much money.
Okay.
And
No, I
so,
appreciate that.
yeah, I would totally say look at your top earners on that earnings dashboard. And even if like top means it's made you 20 or 30 bucks all time, if you make
Okay.
another video for it, then that's probably going to mean that you'll make another 20 or 30 bucks on it because something is already working to make that a good product for you. That
Okay.
the way you're able to talk about the product or the carousel placement or sales volume, it's like it's working. So that's one of the easiest paths to increase your income is to identify the top earners and make additional content for them.
Okay. I will do that. So if that's the case, I mean, I should be able to, I'm not going to be able to do 360 something, but I should be able to turn around and, do more than what I'm doing. I did set a goal for myself that 5 a day this month, I would be happy with.
Oh yeah, and that'd be like 150 videos a month. That's a ton.
Yeah. So in some days a little bit more, but
Yeah,
that's good. Okay. So I guess last question, the
go ahead.
number one thing that you wish you would have done differently from the beginning when you started this, because you've been doing this, what, 2 or 3 years now? 4?
Yeah, about 2 years this month. Hmm. I wish that I had me to tell past me that like just let it be imperfect. Because especially and I figured that out maybe within 6 months of starting. Like I can just take the video, I don't need to like edit it, I don't need to script it. But when I first started out, like those first 100 videos or so, I was like writing down notes, editing, like making it really good. And then I'd be disappointed when like I spent 20, 30, 40 minutes on this video and I only made 12 cents.
Yeah.
Like, um, it can be faster to make a video about something than it is to like decide that you're going to make the video. Like to pull up the product page and look at the product page stats and is this a good opportunity? Is it worth the time? Like that by itself takes 1 or 2 minutes. And in the same time, you could just like image search, yep, it's sold on Amazon and just make a video.
Yeah, that's exactly, I think, what I mean. I bought a whiteboard specifically to jot down things that I wanted to remember to say about the product. So I would read, research, make sure, and then still edit. So it's definitely taking me less time after hearing some of the things that you said, but I still need to just like make a video and let the video go.
Yeah, and it definitely is easier with stuff that you already really love and know a lot about. Like that I could just ask you to gab on it right now and you could be like, "Oh, I have plenty to say about my favorite coffee mug."
Yeah.
So it's easy to like practice this with things that you're passionate about and not like care too much like is it a good product opportunity? Because the point of the practice is like I'm just going to do it in one take.
Okay. Okay, that's going to be my goal for the rest of this month is just to go through those Christmas stuff and just here it is and not put it together, because that's the other thing is I'm always like somebody wants to know how, but that could be the next video.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
Like
say
this
you
is what
like
it is.
yep. Say you film that like gift for your son and then you see it showing up in your earnings report, then be like, oh, this is now worth the time to
Okay.
make the additional video. You can like let the product earn your time by making you money.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy like you're doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, I really am. I'm all in. And I listened to your call with Nicole last week and how you guys said that like it doesn't feel like your work and you're always thinking about it. And I was like, oh man, that's me now. Every time I do something, I'm like, how can I make a review of this? Or how can I do something?
Uh,
And I'm just liking it so much that it doesn't feel like work.
yeah, it's really fun. And I think that anybody that's going to grow Amazon influencer like into the thousands, you have to like it to stick with it long enough and to bring the energy to both your workflow and your videos. That if people hate the process, then they're not going to stick with it long enough to grow their income.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited, especially seeing, I know it's like November and December is our big, shopping months and I'll see, but I mean, October, like that just blew me away that, that I went from, like $300 to almost 1,000. And that was my goal,
That's
you know,
amazing. I'm so happy for you. Now,
thank
I'm
you.
curious. I
Yes.
know that like that month you were in the Build Past 1K course and you said you were making a lot of content. What do you think were like maybe the one or two things that helped have that steep increase of earnings then?
I think I had also during that time right away, I think within the first 2 weeks, you talked about the ViralVue and the Oink. So I signed up for those. So I think that, and just really focusing on creator connections was a big thing. And also just getting videos up because it had been a while, me taking my break. So I think Amazon, once I started putting, I think I did 120 videos during that time, was just like, oh, she's back. And so a placement was happening again. Like when I started your course and I didn't know, the very first thing when you did the storefront, you told me it was a good video, but if I would have known how many it was for, like
Was it the
a
dishwasher
washing machine
pods one?
cleaner.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
were like 900, right? Like 900. And I spent time making this video, and you're like, great video, but look how many, and I'm like, whoa, like no idea, right? Like no idea how many people were competing. I just thought I make a video and if Amazon likes it, it's there. Well, not the case. So I think
Yeah.
that knowing your competition, those halo sales, creator connections, like all of those things have just, I don't know, quadrupled what I was bringing in. And just the more content and being consistent. Like I think you just really have to be consistent with your uploading.
If you're posting new content, then and that new content is for strategic products, then of course your income is going to increase. Yes.
So, but your course
Awesome.
and just the Facebook groups as well between some of the extensions are really nice too, because you are working for yourself, you are home, so it's nice to have the community supporting you.
Yeah, I agree. That is nice to know like you're not alone in this Amazon influencer obsession.
No, for sure. And the creator of Oink, if I can just kind of give him like the biggest shout out, is I've had a couple issues with Oink and just like fetching. It's not recognizing my creator ID. And he has spent, I don't know, I think we've had 3 phone calls. But the very first time when I posted something in the group, he said, email me, Rob. And then I emailed him. We were on the phone call on a Friday night at 9 o'clock at night, sharing my screen, walking me through. I still had an issue. I'm just going to tell, like, that's amazing for someone who developed a product for as an Amazon influencer use. Like in this world, people are so, the fact that he's gotten on 2 or 3 different phone calls with me, spending his time to make sure that it's working. I just have to give him like that huge shout out because that's amazing.
Yeah, Rob is awesome. I agree.
It's amazing. Genuinely a nice guy. So,
any last questions, Allison?
I'm sure 20 of them will come as soon as we hang up the call. But I really appreciate you taking the time to answer these, and hopefully they will help other people as well, because it's a big ocean of Amazon influencer.
Well, I hope you have a great day, and I hope that December is your best month ever.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Me too.